rap war. Tupac also played a radical political speech by Malcolm X on that CD. Tupac left hundreds of songs that Afeni Shakur went on to release as chart-topping albums. 8 months after Tupac's murder, gunmen murdered Biggie Smalls. They conducted a drive-by shooting in Los Angeles in 1997. The Los Angeles Times and other news sources reported that FBI and ATF agents, who also worked for the New York Police Department, had taken pictures of Biggie within minutes of his death. Los Angeles police allowed homicide detective Russell Poole as lead investigator in that case. Detective Poole found overwhelming evidence that his fellow police officers in Death Row Records murdered Biggie. He said that they did this to cover up their murder of Tupac by making it look to be part of the East versus West rap war. Following rapper Dr. Dre, who left Death Row Records a year earlier, rap star Snoop Dogg left Death Row and started meeting with Sean Puffy Combs to quell the rap war. Death Row guards attacked him and Suge Knight threatened his life. Knight further defied the judge's ruling and kept many of Tupac's recordings from Afeni Shakur. One of a few successful actions against U.S. intelligence came in 1997 when Geronimo Pratt's legal team won his freedom after 27 years of imprisonment. A judge declared that the government had falsely imprisoned Geronimo Pratt, who had changed his name to Geronimo G. Jaga. The government offered several $1 million to settle a lawsuit by Geronimo's legal team that included years of legal research help by Afeni and Mutulu Shakur. Police foul play against rappers continued nationwide. Mainstream media reports ended up finding that New York and Los Angeles rap units trained police units nationwide in using FBI counterintelligence program tactics versus rappers. The FBI and ATF, the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms, became directly involved in targeting New York rap group Wu-Tang Clan, according to a Village Voice article. For example, an undercover agent became one of Wu-Tang Clan's managers, as the FBI explored bringing gun charges against the rap group. Undercover police also attempted to murder Wu-Tang Clan lead singer ODB, while ODB's brother had the group working with top Brooklyn activist Sonny Carson. The Miami Herald and other mainstream news sources eventually reported that New York and Los Angeles police departments had special rap units. The New York and LA units trained police units in cities nationwide. Evidence supports that these units use murderous counterintelligence program tactics against rappers. While police maintain that they only kept lists of rappers for legitimate crime investigations, many on these lists experienced COINTELPRO-type attacks, such as Wu-Tang Clan members. Other New York police targeting included Sean P. Diddy Combs and Run DMC's Jam Master Jay Mizell. In the latter case, gunmen came into Jam Master Jay's recording studio and shot him in the head. Similar to the New York recording studio shooting of Tupac, police ignored a security camera videotape of the gunman. As they would regarding other murders of rappers, police stated that the murder may have been due to the East versus West rap war. In the late 1990s, Def Jam founding music mogul Russell Simmons organized the Hip Hop Summit Action Network, or Hassan. He appointed Sean P. Diddy Combs and other top rap industry figures, along with professors and politicians, to the Hassan Board of Directors. Hassan also came out with a 12-point political platform, not too dissimilar from the Black Panther Party's 10-point platform. Combs, a lead aide to Simmons on the project, came under attack after this project started. A gunman shot at him in a club, and New York prosecutors reportedly spent the most money ever to unsuccessfully attempt to convict him of a gun possession charge. Many on Simmons' Def Jam and Combs' Bad Boy rap labels also came under attack. For example, evidence supported that media and U.S. intelligence manufactured more fake rap feuds. Undercover agents are the top suspects in then carrying out shootings that have occurred around those rappers. Police have arrested them for frivolous charges related to these incidents. Evidence supports that police intelligence have targeted many other politically linked musicians. A Senate Intelligence Committee's report on U.S. intelligence abuses included an intelligence memorandum on the targeting of political musicians, reprinted in Alex Constantine's The Covert War Against Rock. Musicians targeted included Martin Luther King funder Harry Belafonte, SNCC supporters The Last Poets, Jamaican Socialist Prime Minister supporter Bob Marley, Rage Against the Machine, Spearhead, Dead Prez, Nas, The Coup, Mos Def, and Eminem, amongst others. In Los Angeles, the particular undercover police unit involved in Death Row Records went through the largest police scandal in decades, called the Rampart scandal. An assistant state's attorney said that Detective Russell Poole's investigation sparked this scandal, named after the Ramparts division in which the officers worked. Poole said that the investigation of the scandal actually turned into a cover-up of what he had originally uncovered as Death Row Records police officers conducting murders, drug trafficking, and gun running. Death Row Records cop Rafael Perez was the state's top witness before lawyers found that he lied about his own drug dealing as well as his murdering of dealers to steal their drugs. It should be remembered that Perez worked in the Special Police Crash Unit that worked in conjunction with the FBI in operations following the LA riots. The Crash Unit was a Rampart unit, and around the same time the Rampart unit came back into the news. A photographer spent decades trying to get back his film of Robert F. Kennedy's assassination from the Rampart Division's police unit in 1996, and the case finally reached trial that summer. A judge forced Rampart to give Enyart his roll of film, but Rampart said someone stole it out of a police car on the way to court. The Rampart Division was one of 18 Los Angeles police divisions. William Turner, a 10-year FBI agent turned journalist, and John Christian, a broadcast journalist for ABC News until 1966, did an extensive investigation. After 10 years of research, they wrote that Rampart worked to cover up the CIA assassination of leading presidential candidate Robert F. Kennedy in 1968. Turner, Christian, and other researchers cited how 13 bullets were fired, while arrested gunman Sirhan Sirhan had a gun that only carried 8 bullets. Furthermore, this picture of the official coroner, Thomas Noguchi, shows him at a press conference pointing a gun within an inch of the back of his head and describing from where the assassin fired the fatal bullets. Witnesses said that people grabbed Sirhan Sirhan when he was no closer than 2 feet in front of RFK. All evidence points to security guard Eugene Caesar, who worked for a startup security firm founded by a CIA agent. An associate of J. Edgar Hoover's said that Hoover disclosed that RFK's assassination was a CIA operation run by Robert Mayhew. As seen in this document, Mayhew worked as the CIA's link with the Mafia. Martin Luther King family lawyer William Pepper said U.S. intelligence used Mafia to aid them with assassinations to provide them distance from the actual crime. Pepper detailed that U.S. intelligence contracted the Mafia to aid in MLK's assassination. Mafia aid was also suspected in the assassination of Tupac Shakur in Las Vegas. And few knew that the Mafia kidnapped guitar legend Jimi Hendrix for several days. Hendrix resisted Black Panther requests for financial help until Martin Luther King's assassination. By 1969, Hendrix dedicated his last album to the Black Panthers, spoke of the need for them in interviews, and discussed plans to start a radical political organization with other top musicians. U.S. and British intelligence appeared to collaborate against Jimi Hendrix. The FBI had Hendrix under regular surveillance. Hendrix's business manager, Mike Jeffrey, seen here, reported formerly working for MI6, which is Britain's CIA. Hendrix suspected Jeffrey of sabotaging his attempts to do political benefits, as well as getting him arrested and sabotaging his career. When Hendrix tried to fire Jeffrey, the Mafia kidnapped Hendrix, and Jeffrey claimed to use bigger Mafia to free him. Within 48 hours of Hendrix finally firing Jeffrey, he died. In 2009, Jimi Hendrix's road manager said that a drunken Mike Jeffrey admitted having associates kill Hendrix. The hospital doctor who first saw Hendrix just after his death supported the road manager's statement. The doctor said that Hendrix appeared to be murdered. Hendrix's fiancée, Monica Danneman, said that Jeffrey and others threatened her life if she ever published a book manuscript on Hendrix's radical politics, and government foul play in his death.